Did I enjoy being put on the grass by Ash? No.
Tempers are still quite high after the race, so we let it settle before we had a bit of a chit chat.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I'm 34 or 35.
Oh shit.
One of the two.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control.
Shut up! I can't because I'm going under the bloody roundabout. Arsehole. Fuck off, man! Are you fucking kidding me? You utter arsehole. You're trying to add an extra 5 miles on. Fuck off! Alright, me lovelies, Donington Park's address destination. I'm sorry for having to speak a little bit loud, just to be heard over the wind noise in the cabin. It kind of sets things up really as one of those, could this be a waypoint of the season? Because for Tom Ingram to qualify second and Ash Sutton to, over the bumps we go, if Ash Sutton to qualify 11th with 2 rounds of the championship left after this weekend, 9 races left in the season, Tom's points lead was decent coming into the weekend. That's Ingram, and he does have the faster car, there's no denying that. For the entire second half of the season, the last 2 rounds, you've known it's been between them two. And so it comes to this. If you watched my last vlog at Knockhill, I said I was expecting them to start position swapping, with both teams prioritising Ash Sutton and Tom Ingram. That's something that you might not see in race 1 today, with Ingram being on pole with his teammate Chiton, sorry, with Ingram being second, his teammate Chiton, Tom Chiton being on pole. If Mr. Chilton's pushing for the win, I don't think he's going to surrender that position. But the undeniable fact is the Hyundai i30 is the faster car at the moment. In past years, you've looked at it and said Ingram's i30 is faster than everybody else, but what Senna Proctor's brought to the team in pace just shows how fast the car is. Chilton's been having a fantastic season. Adam Morgan, I think he'll probably be disappointed that he hasn't won any races yet, or podiums haven't been flown in, but he's, the 4 of them is showing that the car is just more compliant. So we don't really know at this point what's going to happen. So it could be really interesting. But I can tell you one thing that is going to happen, and that is I'm going for my breakfast. There we go. Breakfast time. Cheesy bacon flatbreads, double sausage egg McMuffin. You don't want to watch us eat that, do you? Aye. You alright? This spot's pretty special. Not just for racing, I mean Donington for me is where my love of touring cars started. And it wasn't British touring cars, it was European touring cars. Alan Grice, 1986 and Holden Commodore on the, was it 1985? No, 1986 and a Holden Commodore against the TWR Rovers and the Volvos and the BMW 635 CSI. He was a monster in wet dry conditions. That car had pace on Yokohamas and was absolutely on it. And he was drifting a lot. and that's how we raced the entire season. So that's where my touring car introduction came here. And I've been, you know, this place is really important. This particular spot here is not just about racing for me. This is 1988, 1992, 2004, 2007. Iron Maiden headlining the Monsters of Rock. Looked very different then. Being bastardised after they tried to bring Formula One here. Absolute. I mean, it looks good now, but they made a shit mess of it. And the Dunlop Bridge is gone, apparently owned by Chris Evans now. Yes, he who ruined Top Gear. Can't say that, can I? Yes. So apart from decent music, Slayer, there's you know, stuff like GT, racing FIA GTs in 1997 with that very, very loud panos. Bike racing, Simon Crayford 98 with his one and only MotoGP win. Carl Fogarty, Superbikes, 120,000 people here then. One of them on television after he won, I think it was Easter Monday 2000, was completely and utterly stark naked in the middle of the track after the race. And if you find it on Eurosport, I honestly do not know who that man is.
Better shape up, 'cause you need a man who can keep you satisfied. Better shape up, if I'm gonna prove that my faith is justified. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Down deep inside you, you're the one I want.
I haven't seen one of them for a long time. Oh, you're on them on the car going out, isn't it? It's a steep turn coming out there, yeah.
Don't look like he's going to make it.
No, no.
What I need, oh yes indeed. You're the one I want. 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 You're the one I really want.
Last race one done. It was a win for Tom Chiton. Him and Tom Ingram disappeared off into the distance. Chiton let Ingram through, lead lap for the extra point. Sutton came up the order from 11th to finish 4th. Yeah, so it's position swapping for tactical points is still on the menu. It was a good win from the pair of them, but the year was off way down the road, which of course has immediately had people in the paddock talking about things that we can't talk about, as in, could the engine boost be reduced for the next round because they were that far ahead? Not much to it. It was just a fairly processional race, wasn't it? There's some rain skirting the edge of the circuit. It's due to arrive in an hour, apparently, in time for race 2. I'm gonna, because we've got, how long? I think we've got an hour until pit lane opens. Just over an hour until pit lane opens, I think, for race 2. Oh, let's have a check. Pit lane opens 2 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock now. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to nip back to the car, I'm going to get me lunch, and then get back for the race.
Heart attack.
Yeah. Surely you're too old for art.
I don't remember it. I did, like, I'm not that old. Like, honestly, I don't know if I'm 34 or 35.
Oh shit.
One of the two. I'd say
Mason's
it's like,
aged you.
I'm not, maybe.
You need your earrings back.
I know. I was a bit
You
cool
won
back
races with earrings.
then. Yeah, man, I was cool back then. I used to think I was a bit of a something special. I'm not.
Was interesting. Dan Camerschwin. Ash turned by his teammate Dan Rowbottom in turn 1. That'll be an interesting debrief. Ingram held on very, very well with hard tyres, and he stretched the championship out even further. And then the reverse grid draw put Ingram on 4th, and it was pulled out. And Ash had finished 9th, so that means that it's the championship fallout's quite big on this one. Fucking wasps! I'll tell you what though, it did start pissing it down, and I got absolutely drenched. It only rained for 2 laps. Everybody fell off, but I got wet. And then within a lap, I was dried out, and I was standing beside a bloody wasp's nest as well. So. Yeah, lovely. Fucking brilliant. Final race of the day. I shot race 1 over at the chicane. That was so I could do pit lane, gridding up, grid, shoot there, then come back to the pit lane. Race 2 I did creating curves because it's a long way away for a fat lad like me. Oh yeah, I've lost a stone. Congratulate us if you want. Race 3 I'm heading down to. Start at the Melbourne hairpin, then work my way up to the Goddard's hairpin. That's usually because the light's good at this time of day, but it's cloudy. So if there's any breaks, I get some nice pictures. Plus it also means the end of the day, easy to get in the pit lane, get all the stuff that I need to get done before coming home. Let's hope it's a good night. Behind the scenes.
Say
he is, picks up the trophy, and then he'll go to the far end of the podium, onto the small podium step. The next award is the winning independent driver for round 24, 6th independent win of the year for Dan Lloyd. Well done. Dan makes his way up the podium steps, waves to the crowd.
Well, that's race 3 done and dusted, and I'm knackered. You can see there, Ash and Tom obviously had a bit of a bumpy bump time. One has to do what he's got to do, and the other's trying to keep it as clean as possible. The gap's widening. We've got 2 rounds of the championship left now, and I think there's an inevitability that it's only going one way. I've got my steps in today, I can tell you that. I've got about, let's see, I'll have a look. The fat lad has walked how many miles today? 10 miles. Well, that's good, isn't it? That's canny. That's more weight lost, which will then be ballsed up by grabbing a McDonald's on the way home. And I'll show you what that is when we get there. Same places we went for breakfast with us this morning, Rotherham. Yeah, I feel a bit tight in this. And I'm absolutely knackered. But yes, anyway, the championship's really heading in one direction. I think that's a music group, isn't it? I'm sure that's like a very bad music group. They're not anything like Napalm Death or Carcass. Am I right? Put it in the comments.
Does this work?
It is working,
Yes.
yes.
The switch is on, there's no on button, is it on the top of that?
It's just one of these inside of there.
Hello.
Aye, that's
Okay,
it.
cool.
Lovely, sexy bastards. So, race 1, how did it feel?
Race 1 was awesome. Obviously, after Saturday being the quickest in FP2 in the dry and then the quickest in the wet and getting the pole position, I was confident for race 1. Had a bit of a clutch issue, so happy to get it off the line. And then it was easy lights to flag with a nice little switch back. Me and Tom to try and get him as many points as possible. But I didn't mean to get a fastest lap. I was hoping he would get it. I tried to go on the first lap thinking the tyres won't be warm enough. And then I let Tom use the Choco Turbo Boost next lap to get his fast lap, which was his fast lap of the race. But I still pipped him. So he lost a point there. But we worked really well as a team. We've locked out the front 1-2. And race 2 on the hard tyre, I got a fantastic start, I thought, and a great first lap. The safety car's what really ruined it for me with the silly go side. Everyone accelerates before it and then tried to overtake me, and then obviously row bottom and Sutton coming together absolutely killed it for me. So that was a disaster, and then I went backwards because the car wasn't the same. So that was a disaster. But I really enjoyed race 3 coming through the field. It was like not kill all over again.
So after 23 years, is the magic still there?
Magic's still there, yeah. When you're racing through the field, trying to overtake people, it's just the best feeling, trying to figure out where they're weak, where they're strong, when you're going to use your Choco Turbo Boost, when you're not. It's really exciting.
And this car is really sorted. How would you rate it in the cars that you've driven in your time in the Btcc?
This is probably now one of the best touring cars I've ever driven in the British now. It's a very good car. Still feel like there's a little bit more work to do, but it's 95% sorted now.
So what's the aim for the rest of the season?
The aim now is, well, I've now just moved up to 6th in the championship. It's just closing down 5th at the next one and 4th at the one after that. You know, it's not easy. You need a few things to go your way for sure, but I'm only 20 points off Jake, and you know, anything's possible.
I've just been asking Tom, Chiton, the other Tom, to Tom. I'll let you finish eating.
Just finishing some of these delicious cookies and baked goods that we've been given this weekend.
And he reckons that this car still has a little bit more in it to be found.
And there's always more in everything to find.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever perfect. But it's blooming close. But there's a bit more we can get. It's a wonderful car. It's a very nice car. I enjoy it lots.
Now, race 3 there was a little bit of elbows out coming out of the Melbourne hairpin with Ash.
Yep.
Do you live for them moments?
Not really. I could lie to you. No. See you later, Justina. Would you like a cookie?
No, okay.
You sure? Honestly, they're absolutely delicious. There's like mini egg ones, there's shortbreads, chocolate orange, there's sweets. Honestly, we can turn the camera when you can
That's okay.
go far.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Bye.
It's a pretty good car.
Yeah.
Did I enjoy being put on the grass by Ash? No.
But did you enjoy the battle?
Yeah, I enjoyed the battle.
Yeah.
It's all good fun. I think it's 3-0 at the minute, because he's dropped me on the grass 3 times so far this year. Not that I'm counting, but I am counting.
So how do you manage things, Silverstone?
So as you done this weekend, just do our own thing. I don't know the points. I don't want to know the points. I don't know who's where. I don't care. I just want to keep driving around in circles.
You had a bit of a spin at turn 1 earlier on. Was there handshakes afterwards, or a bit of frustration, or?
It's one of those instances where I'm not happy about it, of course. I'm sure Dan wasn't either. It's just one of those that it was a racing incident, small error from his side, braking a bit too late, locking up. But yeah, obviously tempers are still quite high after the race, so we let it settle before we had a bit of a chit chat.
Yeah.
But I've been out, I've made mistakes when, I know the feeling, there is sometimes you're a passenger of your own errors, so look, it is what it is. Wasn't ideal, it's not ideal from a championship perspective, it's really hurt us there, but yeah, there's only so much we can do.
And you've been asked this a couple of times already, and I know you won't want to answer it. Coming out with the hairpin, bit elbows with Tom.
Yeah, got to. I mean, I'm only going to do so much in terms of a fight. I'm not going to drive him completely off the track or crash into him or do anything like that. There was a small bit of contact, which obviously he just dropped a wheel on the grass, but it's touring car racing. We've got to put a bit of a show on. He's got a tyre deficit. Well, I've got a tyre deficit. He had the advantage. It was just borrowed time ultimately, so yeah, I had to put up a fight. I tried to do it in the best possible way I could.
I mean, you've said, I've brought this up a few times where I've asked you about you win your championships on your bad days, but you can't afford bad days now, can you?
We've just had too many bad days, unfortunately. Yeah.
Do you think there's a gap between you and Hyundai? Do you think that's more than the bad days?
Yeah, for sure. The performance that they've got in their car is something else. I would love to have a shot in that car because I think I'll be quite surprised myself with how much that's how much more performance they've got than us. But that aside, you can't have the amount of bad days we've had. The puncher at Croft is really when it started to go downhill. That race one kind of puts on the back foot. But it's one of those.
So it's just hoping for Tom to have a big bad DNF.
Yeah, ultimately it's a race and a half, so we need him to have 2 bad races, and one of them needs to be a 0 point score, and the other one needs to be near enough no points. So, and on the back of that, we still need to go and win those 2 races. So it's a big ask, but I mean, I'm not one to give up. As much as I'm talking it down, we know how quick things can change in touring cars. It only takes a couple of things, but yeah, they've got a nice margin now.
So that's it from Donington Park itself. Let's go and get some food. I've just there bumped into Jack Goff, which reminds us about the one thing that I haven't spoken about, and that's Touring Car Magazine. The relaunch issue was absolutely brilliantly received, some really good stuff in it. You can still buy the digital download of it, but the next issue comes out this week, and it has a Jack Goff feature in it. The classic race for this issue is Silverstone 2019, when he won with Team Hard in the VWCC in changeable conditions against the odds. Great story. There's some other good stuff in there. The story of Power Max from the fire to the Knock Hill race weekend. It's got some juicy stuff in there that you won't find anywhere else. Got a great feature on Roberto Ravaglia and his DTM and World Touring Car Championship winning BMW M3, and we've got a bunch of other stuff. Who's going to be the next first time British Touring Car Championships are featuring there? It's got a Reservoir Dogs theme to it. It's out this week. Lots of good stuff. Give it a read. Now we'll go and get some McDonald's. Time for tea. Right. Double quarter pounder with cheese. Extra large fries or large fries. It's hardly fucking large fries, is it? Stingy bastards. 32 points is the gap now between Mr. Ingram and Mr. Sutton. Like Ash said, essentially that's a race and a half. There's a Domino's over there, and Domino's sponsor one of the cars in the Porsche Super Cup, Porsche Carrera Cup. Last time I went to Domino's, I was so ill that I was so glad that in my downstairs bathroom, the sink, because it's only a small bathroom downstairs, the sink and the lavatory were, well, I could just stand up and lean into the sink and it would come out that end. I was fucked. Even looking at Domino's makes us feel sick. Watching me eat this probably makes you feel sick. Sexual. This is me naughty food. I'm allowed this these days on a race weekend. Only on a race weekend. It's been lovely spending a bit of time with you. My next mission is TCR UK at Netton in 2 weeks' time. I'll see you then.